Good afternoon, Valor hockey fans. Welcome to the Carlston Arena, Lafayette, Colorado. Carlston Ice Arena sits inside the Lafayette YMCA. Nice new facility, probably 10, 12 years old, something like that. My last trip up here was about 8 years ago for a sport tournament. Happy to be back watching your Valor Christian Eagles take on the Arvada Hockey Association. This is both of these teams' second match of this tournament. Arvada lost to Wyoming, I believe it was, last night. Valor Christian tied the Littleton Hawks U16 AA team. Didn't get to watch that one, but it would have been fun. Coached a lot of those kids. So we're ready to go here. It looks like they moved Thomas Palmieri up to a winger. Playing on the left wing with Colt Tallis and A.J. Harris on the right wing. Quentin Labette and Cole Campbell will start out as the defensive pairing. Valor takes the zone. Quentin Labette gets a shot off. That was actually A.J. Harris. Now a shot from the point by Cole Campbell wide of the net. Those shots have been wide so far. Cole Tallis tries to backhand it and run close. Dancing with it behind the net, tries to get it out front to A.J. Harris, who hits the goaltender again. It's 2 shots by A.J., both of them hitting the goaltender. Not making the goaltender do much work. Arvada takes the zone, it comes out. A.J. Harris, if he can get there. Yep. Arvada player picks it up. A.J. picks it up behind the net, tries to center it out to Brody Fitzpatrick. We got Brody Fitzpatrick, Lucas Scott, and there's a whistle on the play. There is a hold on an Arvada player, it looks like. Nobody's opened the door yet, but the ref keeps pointing to the Arvada side of the ice. Yes, it's going to go against number 13. Looked like he was called for holding on the play. So with a minute and 47 seconds into the period, Valor will go on a 2-minute power play. Cole Tallis centering between Lucas Scott, Brody Fitzpatrick. We have Elijah Fisher and Cole Campbell on the defensive pairing. Brody Fitzpatrick takes the puck out of the faceoff dot over to Lucas Scott. Lucas Scott steps in, shoots, hits the traffic in front, comes back out, he tries to get it. Brody Fitzpatrick to pick it up on the right-hand side. He just sends it in deep. Picked up by Cole Tallis over to Lucas Scott. Lucas Scott sends it out high to Cole Campbell. Cole Campbell shoots wide of the net. Picked up in the corner by Elijah Fisher. Elijah Fisher tries to get it to Cole Tallis, and this is on the tip. Picked up by Lucas Scott. Lucas Scott has sent it over to Cole Campbell stepping in. Cole Campbell circles around. He sends it into the slot for Brody, intended for Brody Fitzpatrick. And Arvada comes in on that pickup and almost gets a tap over into the net as Ryan was trying to play that. Lucas Scott busts in with some speed, spins, drops it over to Brody Fitzpatrick, who takes a shot. Picked up by Elijah Fisher behind the net. Cole Tallis gives chase, and Arvada cleared the zone again. Sends it the full length of the ice. Set up by Ryan Haverkos for Cole Campbell. Cole tips it up to Elijah Fisher. He gets it up to Cam Gunnarsson, who comes in and gets a shot on goal. Hits the goaltender up high, and that'll bring a whistle. Allow the Valor players to get a change after burning off a minute and 17 seconds of the power play. It's a good time for a change. That'll bring out Connor Pleedy, Quentin Cucarola, and Cam Gunnarsson, with Ethan Jordan and A.J. Harris back on the points. So they have a 4 forward, 1 defenseman setup going again. I like seeing that. Resembles a lot of what the NHL is doing today. AJ tries to get it in the zone and gets stood up by a Arvada player at the blue line, who sends it up and out of play when trying to dump it down into the zone. So to bring it outside to the center faceoff dot. We have 23 seconds remaining on the power play for Valor. Quentin Cucarola takes the draw, hits it forward. Arvada tries to get it deep in the zone. A.J. Harris pick it up. Harris sends it up to Pleedy, who misses on it. That'd be an icing call against the Valor Eagles. It's a great stretch pass attempt there by A.J., but just missed by Pleedy on the catch, and goes the full length and brings an icing call. Coach rolls all the lines. Goes back to Thomas Palmieri on the wing with trying to get A.J. Harris, Cole Tallis back to the line that started off this match. Cole Campbell and Elijah Fisher on the defense. Hits the post, comes back out high to Cole Campbell, who takes a shot from the blue line, hits the goaltender. Goaltender tries to wrap it around. It's kept in by Cole Campbell, picked up by Cole Tallis. Cole steps in, takes a shot, hits the goaltender on the pads. They're getting the shots on goal, but they're all hitting the goaltender. Great shot by Elijah Fisher from the left point. Had Cole Tallis there ready for a rebound, but the goaltender hangs on to it. Gives up nothing. Line change comes out. We got Connor Pleedy on the right wing, Brody Fitzpatrick on the left wing. Face-off being taken by Lucas Scott. He gets it back to Pleedy. Pleedy back to Ethan Jordan. Ethan Jordan takes a shot, hits players in front. Picked up again by Connor Pleedy, who gets it over to Ethan Jordan for another shot. And the goaltender's going to make a glove save on that and hang on to it. So we'll bring the face-off over to the left-hand side of the goaltender. All right, as we watch the game. Lucas Scott takes the draw again. Oh, it was a fake out. Oh, good puck movement. Lucas gets it over to Brody, who gets it back to Jordan, who gets a shot off wide of the net. Good pressure by Valor to keep it in the zone. Over to Pleedy. Pleedy's going to walk in. He's going to backhand it, and he gets it in on the rebound. I do believe Pleedy took the shot, hit the goaltender, it kicked off, and he made his own rebound backhand shot. So Connor's going in on the replay here. Backhand hits that right pad of the goaltender, picks up his rebound and backhands it in behind the goaltender for the first goal of this game. 4 minutes and 34 seconds into the first period. Valor goes up with a 1-0 lead. Cole Tallis takes the draw, gets it back to Ethan Jordan, who's going to dump it in and let the boys go to work. Cole Tallis playing in between Cam Gunnarsson, Quentin Cucarola. Coaches are having to be creative with the short bench, changing some centering positions here. Puck comes back to Ethan Jordan. Ethan Jordan takes a shot from the point. Oh, Cam Gunnarsson there trying to make the tip. Doesn't get anything on that. Puck bounces out into the Arvada bench, and we'll bring a face-off right outside the Arvada zone. That puck must have been chipped in by a Valor player to bring the puck outside the zone. Cole Tallis takes the face-off between Cucarola and Cam Gunnarsson. Got Elijah Fisher and Jackson King on the defensive pairing, and now the puck bounces into the Valor bench. Must have low walls in this arena, as many pucks have gone up into the benches already. Lucas Scott taking the draw between Thomas Palmieri, A.J. Harris, with Jackson King and Fisher still on the defensive pairing. Nice breakout over to A.J. Harris, who gets it in the zone. He feeds it over to, intended for Palmieri. That's picked up by an Arvada player. They come up the ice with a head of steam and hits one of his own players' skates right at the blue line, doesn't get it in. So they reset. They try to pass it through the middle, picked off by Valor. That'll be picked up by Elijah Fisher on the next pass. Dances around one player, takes the shot left of the net. Jackson King, the puck comes out inside the zone. King bangs it in, regroup and go back to work. That puck's kept in by Palmieri, picked back up by Jackson King. He slides in for the shot. Doesn't get a lot on it, but it was a good attempt. Lucas Scott bumps with the body into behind, gets it out front, and nobody can get anything on it. They're all banging at it. Oh, nice chip-o past the defenseman there by number 29 on the Arvada team. And he takes a shot from outside, and it goes up over the glove hand of Ryan Havikas for Arvada's first goal of the game, making this a 1-1 game. 6 minutes and 12 seconds into the first period. Got 8:48 remaining in the first period. I think Thomas hadn't faced any shots or pressure yet in this game, and goaltenders oftentimes get caught off guard with that first one. They just aren't ready to move and react. Cole Campbell takes the pace off from the dot, slides in, gets a shot off, and that goaltender will hang on it as A.J. Harris breaks in, looking for the rebound attempt. That face off to go to the right-hand side of the goaltender. Cole Tallis to take that draw between Connor Politi and Brody Fitzpatrick. Quentin Labette, Cole Campbell on the defensive pairing. That face-off won by Valor and taken by Brody Fitzpatrick. Work behind the net is Politi and Tallis. Comes out high. Campbell able to keep it in, slides it over to Politi. Politi's getting chased, hands it off to Quentin Labette. Steps in from the point. Quentin Labette takes it behind the net, looking for somebody out front. Mishandles the puck and skates past it. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Politi picks it up. He's going to slide it over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick going to dish it up to Cole Tallis. Good play. Cole Tallis going to take a shot from out high. Oh, man, the rebound was there, but nobody was home for it. Here comes Cole Tallis with another shot attempt. He hits the goaltender up high, and I think the net slid as the goaltender backed up to catch that one. And it was blown dead immediately. It was either because the referee couldn't see where the puck was or the net moved, but he blew that dead pretty quick. So we'll take this face off down here in the Arvada zone, just off to the left of the goaltender. We got Lucas Scott in between Quentin Cucarola, Cam Gunnarsson, Elijah Fisher and Ethan Jordan back on the defensive pairing. And Arvada will clear that the full length of the ice, which will be an icing call to bring the puck full length down the ice back into the Arvada zone. Scott again will take the draw between Cucarola and Gunnarsson. Puck rolls back. Kept in by Ethan Jordan at the point, picked up by Lucas Scott. He comes in around one person, walks around, looks for the top left corner and goes high and wide. He saw the opening, couldn't quite find it. Ethan Jordan gets back, wins that puck race. He decides he's going to dance around a couple of passes up to Cucarola. Comes off Cucarola's blade. He keeps it back in, though, after Arvada turned it the other way. Lucas Scott goes chased down behind the net. Puck poked away. Lucas Scott. Cucarola steps in, tries to take the guy off the puck, but it doesn't work out. Ethan Jordan moves the puck up to Gunnarsson. Still sitting in the neutral zone where Arvada is able to bang it in deep on sides. Picked up behind the net by King. King up to Cucarola. Cucarola to Cole Tallis. Got a full head of steam with Palmieri. They've got an opportunity here behind the net. Nobody out front. He gets it out to Cole Campbell, who steps in, takes a shot, hits a body in front, slows it down for the goaltender. Puck kept in again by Campbell, who just chips it up high because he was being pressured. Arvada mishandles the puck. Cole Tallis able to keep that puck in once, but not twice. And Arvada sent it the length of the ice, no ice. Must have been too close to a Valor player. Was picked up behind the net. Brought out to A.J. Harris, who's going to go in with a full head of steam. He's got help with Tallis and Palmieri. A.J. takes it down to the corner, looks out front, nobody there. Jackson King able to keep it in. He takes a shot, hits a body in front that deflects it wide. Shot was on net till it hit the body. Tallis slides it out front. Picked up by Jackson King. He sends it over to Campbell. Campbell dances and makes the guy fall down. That puck goes in. We got pressure from A.J. Harris. And the goaltender makes a phenomenal save to keep Harris from getting that rebound in on his backhand. Freezes the puck, so we'll have a face-off. Lucas Scott taking the drop between Connor Politi and Brody Fitzpatrick. Ethan Jordan and Quentin Labette. I like the looks of this five out there. Face-off won by Valor. Politi picks it up. It goes in, bouncing around. Nobody can get a shot off. Arvada comes breaking up the ice. The missed pass on that's going to be an icing call. Arvada had a little bit of a head of steam on that one to get there. Probably a marginal icing call, but it is what it is. Refs call it how they see it. So to come back down to the Arvada end. Lucas Scott to take the face off again. Right-handed draw, trying to get it back. Dips it in the corner, picked up by Fitzpatrick. They're trying to get it out front. Goaltender can't find it. There's a good rebound opportunity there on that, but it didn't happen. Quentin Labette gloves the puck down, tries to turn around for it. That's going to be a trip on Quentin Labette. Just trying to swing his stick around and get moving in the right direction, catches the player's feet in motion and falls down. Bring a trip and a call against Quentin with that. Put Arvada on their first power play. So Valor's going on the penalty kill for the next 2 minutes with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first period. Lucas Scott and Brody Fitzpatrick will be covering the forwards, while Elijah Fisher and Cole Campbell will be our defensive pairing for the penalty kill. And once again, the puck goes up and out of play. No side netting over there. Those fans are in a risky spot right there. So Scott takes the face off again. The puck goes back to Arvada. They take the shot. Ryan Habakost ready for that one. Holds on to it, and we'll reset for the face off. So far, we're 8 seconds into the penalty kill and have gone nowhere. Lucas Scott gets that puck out, tries to take it for a ride, but doesn't get it on his stick. Brody Fitzpatrick picks it up. Scott falls down. Brody goes in, takes a little chip, puts it in the goaltender's glove, who would just hang on to it. And after 20 seconds of penalty kill and not making a whole lot of work, but getting fresh legs out there, coach sends out Cole Tallis along with A.J. Harris as the forwards, and we've got Jackson King and Ethan Jordan on the defensive pairing. Cole Tallis picks that puck away and keeps it down in the neutral zone. Ethan Jordan goes in, plays the body, and they get the puck. The player down and not getting up. It wasn't a very aggressive hit. I think it was just like maybe chest on the top of that dasher or something. The player laying there for a bit. Rolled him onto his back. I don't know if he just got the wind knocked out of him. It didn't look like he got hit that hard. It might have just been the way he was hit. He's getting up. A round of applause and tap sticks for the injured player. He went to the bench, so he must be feeling he's going to be able to work through it. He didn't leave the ice to go to the locker room or anything, so that's a good sign. I always hate to see anyone get injured, much less injured to the point of needing to leave the game. So. I'm not exactly sure how the call works for a face-off in that situation. They're taking it down to the Valor zone. I may have gotten wrapped up watching the injury and there was an icing or something that occurred. Now, Valor coach is talking to the ref. Maybe he's questioning the location of the face-off. Oh, it is. They are calling a penalty on Ethan Jordan on that. For a rough. So Arvada will have a 5-on-3 power play for 1 minute and 25 seconds, and then another 35 seconds of 5-on-4. Valor does not get it out of the zone, which is critical in a 5-on-3 to always get it out of the zone. Don't soft tap it. It was picked up at the blue line by the Arvada player. They slide it across to the blue line. Shot from out high, glove down by Ryan Can't hang on to it. The puck is loose. Valor does finally get a stick on it and clear it down to the Arvada zone into the slot. That was a little bit scary there. Caused me to go radio silent for a second. Swept away by Cole Campbell. Good defense by Campbell. Got to get it out of the zone. And that's cleared the full length of the ice there by Jackson King. So we'll get a reset. We got 40 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Arvada trying to set something up. Cole Tallis does a little pressure. Luckily he's fast and he can get back to help out on the defensive end. Shot from out high to Havakos. He tries to glove it, but it falls out. And Valor able to get their stick on it and send it the full length of the ice. We've got 20 seconds remaining in Labette's penalty on this 5-on-3. Arvada trying to break it out again. Here they come. Through the neutral zone. Cole Tallis gets a stick on it to break up that pass, and Elijah Fisher will send it. There's a defenseman at the red line that stops it from going full length. Arvada breaks the zone again. Shot from out high hits King and the shin guards, who are clear at the full length of the ice, and that kills the 5-on-3. Quentin Labette back out of the penalty box. We've got 25 seconds remaining in the 5-on-4. Almost kept in by Elijah Fisher. Arvada picks it up in the neutral zone. They come in, poked away by Politi. Puck chipped in deep to the Valor zone, picked up by Cole Campbell behind the net. He's able to send it to full length since we're still on the penalty kill for another 7 seconds. Politi gives pressure. Picked up by Cole Campbell, who tries to take a shot. Politi gets bumped off the puck, picked up by Quentin Labette. Lucas Scott tries to send it back to Quentin Labette, but the pass doesn't connect. So that was a Valor player that sent it to full length, so there's no ice on that. Labette trying to come out with a head of steam, doesn't get enough angle on his pass attempt, and it's picked up by an Arvada player who takes a shot, and it's tipped up high and out of play. That will keep the face off in the Valor zone on the right side of Ryan Havakos. Lucas Scott to take the draw between Politi and Brody Fitzpatrick. With Jackson King and Elijah Fisher on the defensive pairing. We're at even strength hockey now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first period. Breakout pass to Brody Fitzpatrick. He's got a head of steam. He dances around one player. He takes the backhand and it hits the butt end of the goaltender's stick. That was going for the top corner, but there was a stick handle in the way. Fitzpatrick tries to center it, nobody home. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, picked up by Fisher. He chips it forward. Arvada gets it, picked up by Politi to Jackson King. Jackson King's going to walk it into the zone. Fitzpatrick takes a shot from a high. Good rebound, nobody there. Scott and Fisher battle for it. Fitzpatrick with a shot, hits the pads. He has the whole top left corner, right corner open. Tries to get it across to Scott, and this is on the tip. Fisher sends it in deep, picked up by Fitzpatrick behind the net. Brody and Arvada player battle. Politi now comes in, gets the puck. He's going to slide it over to Scott, who takes a one-time slapper right into the goaltender's belly. Oh, great puck movement and play by the Valor squad out there. With a great pass across from Brody to Lucas with a one-time slapper and on net, unfortunately on goaltender. So Cole Tallis takes this drop between Palmieri and AJ Harris. Valor wins the face-off. Harris around behind the net looking for a pass out front. He's going to slide it back to Labette. No, he's going to send it to the corner. Now it comes out to Labette, keeps it in. Dishes it in deep to Harris. Harris over to Palmieri for the tip. No good. And puck still in the Arvada zone. Valor keeping it in. Is going to be, Harris tries to step up, take a shot, and it's poked away by the Arvada player. Labette gets it to Campbell, who bangs it in deep. Got Cole Tallis and AJ Harris battling with Arvada player over in the boards. It's kept in by Campbell. Down deep to Harris. Harris sends it out to the slot. Quentin Labette picks it up. He's going to send it back to behind the net to Harris. Harris sends it out. Oh, it's Cole Tallis there. Can't get it on the one-timer. That beautiful poke check by Cole Campbell to keep that break-in from happening. They send it out front. Oh, broken up by Ryan Havakos. Great poke by Ryan to keep that pass from getting through. We got 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Both teams trying to get one more before this horn blows. Quentin Lebet picks it up. He's going to turn it back the other way. He gets it to Cole Campbell. Cole's going to try and get it in and get one more shot before the buzzer. We've got 1 second, and he shoots, and the goaltender hangs on to it to bring us to the close of the first period, where the score is 1 apiece. Oh, I'm sorry, I was doing my math wrong on the game. These are 14-minute periods, not 15-minute periods like I'm used to, so I'm a little off on my calculations. It's going to go in and I guess on that first goal, Pleedy took that shot. I thought he picked up his own rebound, but it looks like it was banged in by Quentin Lebet, with the assist awarded to Pleedy for having taken the shot. The Valor Christian Eagles out shooting Arvada currently 25-5. So that indicates the goaltender playing pretty well, or the Valor players hitting the goaltender with a lot of those shots to have a 1-1 game with a 5x shooting stat. So hopefully they start aiming for the open part of the net instead of the goaltender covered part of the net in this second period, and put 5 times the number of pucks in the back of the net. 25-5. That's a big shot differential for what the scoreboard reflects. So here we go with the puck drop for the second period. Lucas Scott between Cam Gunnarsson and Quentin Cucurella. The puck banged in deep by Ethan Jordan. Kept in by Lucas Scott and Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson looking for the pass out front. Player overskates it, hits the boards, and that puck is sent the full length of the ice by Arvada for an icing call. So we'll bring the puck down to the Arvada end of the ice for a face-off to the right side of the goaltender. Coach putting out some fresh legs, playing a tournament with somewhere between 4 and 5 games in the matter of 3 days. You try and keep the legs fresh. Got Cole Campbell, Brody Fitzpatrick, Connor Pleedy out there. Pleedy tries a backhand a little wide of the net. Jackson King steps up from the blue line, picks the puck up, dishes it back into Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick skates around. He's looking for help. He takes a shot down low, and that puck is tipped by, I believe it was Cole Campbell right in front of the goaltender. We'll see if we have a replay on that one. That was great puck movement by Jackson King over to Brody Fitzpatrick. He skates around, looks for help, doesn't find any, takes the shot. I believe that hit Cole Campbell's stick right there in front of the goaltender to tip that in. Or is that's I'm sorry, that's Cole Tallis standing in there. I thought Campbell had dropped in deep, but I believe Cole Tallis got the tip on that puck to send that up and in the net. Make this a 2-1 game for Valor. Brody Fitzpatrick sends it down behind the net, hoping that for an escape, and they get a shot from out by the point. Those shots from out high getting over Ryan Havakos' top left shoulder. They've scored both their goals in the same fashion, both within seconds of Valor going up. Arvada coming back and getting a goal. So on that last Valor goal, Cole Tallis did tip that puck up and in from Brody Fitzpatrick. That goal scored by number 21 from Arvada with an assist by number 29. A mere 24 seconds after the Valor goal. maybe 26 seconds. That would have been an icing call. Ethan Jordan got a glove on it, trying to glove it down and keep it in play. And that goes around. Lucas Scott moves it up to Palmieri. He gets it back to Lucas Scott. Tries to move it to the middle. They're being a little yippy with their passing. Quentin Labette steps in, fires, hits the goaltender again. Picked up behind the net by A.J. Harris. Sends it out to Scott. Picks it up with his skate, moves it over towards Ethan Jordan. Hits the body of an Arvada player and it drops in the neutral zone. Ethan Jordan makes a move around, takes a shot from out high, and that's gloved up and out of play by the Arvada goaltender. We have 11 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the second period. It's a 2-2 tie. Cole Tallis comes out to take the drop between Gunnarsson and Cucarola. Got Elijah Fisher and Jackson King on the defensive pairing. They slide it back to Camden. Camden takes a shot. It's laying in the crease, and the Arvada goalie finally manages to get it covered before a scrum ensues in total. So we'll bring the faceoff back over to the goaltender's right. Cole Tallis again taking the draw between Gunnarsson and Cucarola. Puck banged in deep. Kept in by a great pressure by Jackson King. Sends it around deep. Picked up by Cam Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson trying to get the puck out to Fisher and does. Fisher sends it back in deep and it hits an Arvada player and it comes into the neutral zone. Elijah Fisher slides it around Arvada player to Gunnarsson. Back into the zone. Fisher over skates. Good body by Cam Gunnarsson right there on the boards. Arvada swings it around the other side looking for an escape. Kept in by Jackson King. Battled before by Cucarola, who slides it down to Gunnarsson. That makes the pass out to the point and it gets past Jackson King. So that was not icing since it was Arvada. Elijah Fisher overskates the puck a hair. Recovered by Jackson King, who's going to bring it around. Bangs it back to himself off the board. He tries to send it up and out of play, and it comes into the netting. Getting rescued by a parent here on the side. So Lucas Scott to take the draw between Politi and A.J. Harris. That's actually Brody Fitzpatrick. Brody breaks over the head of steam, takes a shot from out high, hits the goaltender's glove, who makes a glove save. Puck drops down. Politi trying to get in there and make the tap in. Him and Arvada player having a conversation there that the ref intervenes on. Scott taking the draw. Wins it back to Fitzpatrick over to Cole Campbell. Cole's going to shoot from out high, left of the net. Politi gets in there, keeps it in, sends it around deep. Fitzpatrick going to pick it up. Politi and Campbell step in to help. Politi comes back to the point to cover Campbell's position. Politi's got the puck behind the net, walks in, tries a backhand chip. Picked up by Lucas Scott, looking for help, no help. Politi to Campbell. Campbell shoots from the point, hits a body in front. Hits another body in front. And based on that bounce back, I believe that was Brody Fitzpatrick. The puck just bounced out right to his stick and he's able to bear it. Campbell takes the shot. He hits a couple bodies, hits Scott, slides over to Brody Fitzpatrick, who one-times it into the back of the net. You can see Campbell's shot, hits a body, hits Scott. Campbell may have got one more stick on it before it got over to Brody Fitzpatrick for the goal. That was a beauty. That's what you got to just stay persistent, stay on the puck. Things will happen. Arvada gets the puck into the zone. Valor turns it back the other way. A.J. Harris fires it up to Thomas Palmieri. Overskates the puck. And it's chipped out by Arvada, picked up by Cole Tallis. He works it way ahead to A.J. Harris. He's going to dance it across the blue line looking for help. Skates in backwards with it. That was a nice move. Comes around to Elijah Fisher. Elijah gets it in deep, sends it to the center, but nobody's home. Gets that right into the slot, but nobody there for to do anything with it. Arvada works it forward, stopped by Ethan Jordan. Ethan Jordan's going to dance around, using some of his skills he developed playing forward for a while. And they work it in, and it comes back out. AJ loses sight of it, so they manage to pick it up and move it into the Valor zone. Comes around Palmieri, and Lucas Scott's going to pick it up and overskate it. He does get it out up to AJ Harris. Scott Harris and Palmieri break in on a 3-on-2. Nothing happens. Palmieri trying to get it down deep to Harris. Scott interrupts the breakout attempt by Arvada. Palmieri there to keep it in deep. Arvada does get it out, and that won't go the full length of the ice for an icing call. These refs seem to be doing a good job watching these goals go down. It looks like they've been getting the assists too deep. And nice pass from AJ up to Lucas Scott. Goes in deep, gets cut off. Got no help. He sends it across to Palmieri. Great attempt. Nothing comes of it. Puck comes back out and into the Valor zone. Jackson King has sent it over to Cole Campbell, who gets it back over to Jackson King. They're pressuring two down there. Up to Cam Gunnarsson. He misses the pass. Goes into the Arvada zone. D to D. Comes back out. And that might be an icing call, and it is. That last goal, those refs saw all the body hits from Cole Campbell's shot. The goal, of course, awarded to Brody Fitzpatrick. The assist to Cole Campbell and Lucas Scott. It was pretty good that they were able to see that in live action, because it was hard to see on the replay. Face-off one back, and Jackson King not sure whether to pressure that or let it come out, and that went in offsides. I wasn't sure if Valor took that in or what, but that was a close call by that ref. He was in position, overskated by Jackson King and recovered by Cole Campbell. Campbell sees he's got Gunnarsson up high. Gunnarsson doesn't get it out. Had to settle it down at the blue line. There was a hard pass. And the puck back in the corner of Campbell. He angles it over to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson chips it out, gets it on his stick. Comes in with a head of steam, swings wide. He's going to take a hard shot. Try to catch the goaltender. Oh, beautiful pass across the slot for Cucarola. Lucas Scott charging in off the bench, backhands it in. Keeping the pressure on. Jackson King does step in on that one. No hesitation there. It's a hard decision for defensemen to make. Do I pressure? Do I retreat? That puck kept in solidly there by Cam Gunnarsson, making a good pressure. And Arvada comes back out, misses their pass. They reset. Cole Campbell moves it ahead to Cucarola. He's got a head of steam. He comes in, takes the shot. He's got, oh, nice. Cucarola takes the shot, beats the goalie, and gets the goal. That'd be another Cole Campbell assist as he moved that puck up to Cucarola, who took it in, shoots, and just gets it off to the blocker side of the goaltender. Angle from behind the net here. Cucarola coming across the line just there, sets, fires, and yes, just blocker side. Goaltender can't swing his arm over there with his blocker and stick fast enough to stop that one. 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this second period, and we've got Valor up by a score of 4-2. Brody Fitzpatrick on that left hand, he gets a breakaway. It's one-on-one. He's got Kalidi biking in with him, takes a shot and hits the skate of the Arvada defender. Kalidi tries to send it out front, hits the back of the net. So he works around, gets it to the defenseman, Ethan Jordan. He gets it in deep. Arvada finally able to clear. Not enough on that to get it full length of the ice. It's picked up by Quentin Lebet, who loses an edge right by the boards, goes down. Lucas Scott says, I'm going to go in here and try and get me one right here, and he does. Comes across the blue line with a head of steam, and I think his little stutter step may have thrown the goalie off as he went around that defenseman. And just enough heat on there, hits the goaltender and goes in. With 5:46 remaining in the second period, Valor leading by a score of 5-2. That was a nice goal. That might have been another assist by Cole Campbell there, because, you know, they gave it to him unassisted. I thought there was a defenseman that had slid that puck up to him, but the score sheet currently showing unassisted. Seeing great contribution by all 14 of the Valor boys this morning. Ryan Havakost having a great game. Seeing everything when the pressure's really on, which is an important place. Oh, that was a great attempt from Cole Tallis to try and get that to A.J. Harris. It was headed for his correct shooting hand side and everything, but the Arvada player picked it up. Good pass from Cole Tallis up to A.J. Harris. Just a little behind him, hits a skate and goes into the zone for Valor to be able to go in and pressure it. Cole Tallis steps in. Oh, almost is able to keep it in the zone. Elijah Fisher tries to bang it up and off the boards, hits an Arvada player. Picked up behind the net by Jackson King. Hits another Arvada player. Arvada works it back to the point. Point from out high. Shot from out high, hits a Valor player. Anything to keep it from getting through, that's what you want to do. And A.J. Harris and Cole Tallis win that battle on the boards. Valor just there we go. Just not able to get it out over there. They're kicking it, they're hitting it. Thomas Palmieri breaks in, dances around the player, he shoots, and he makes a phenomenal move that draws the player to the goalie to his right, leaving the far left side of the net open where Palmieri tucks it across and in. He got that goaltender to completely bite that he was going to swing right and shoot to that right side, but he angled it over to the left, found the back of the net. Beautiful view of that on that Shaw Hockey Production replay there. Always grateful for Mike Shaw and Shaw Hockey Productions at these events. All the Valor games, the tournament games, where he produces high quality live action and replay. And us dads are all honored and privileged to get to call these games, watch the excitement, try and share the excitement. Labette takes a back pressure wraparound, no go, and that will probably be icing. That was clearly no, waved off. Picked up by Cole Campbell, who bounces off the boards to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson comes off his blade. Battle between Valor and Arvada in the neutral zone, picked up by Scott. Scott chips it over to Campbell. Campbell's going to come up, send it ahead to Gunnarsson. And Cucarola and Campbell go in to keep pressure on. Cucarola tripped up, and that won't be icing, because when the Arvada player tried to clear the zone, it did catch a Valor player's stick and bounce up. Pass ahead from Scott to Gunnarsson. Tipped ahead. Scott soccer kicks it twice, gets it back on his blade, and he settles it down, looking for a way to bring this out with control. Cole Campbell sends it up to Gunnarsson. Valor goes for a change. Players coming off the bench pick that up, and this could turn out to be a bad timing. Oh no, and that's going to be a trip. I didn't quite see who was going in, but this will probably be a penalty shot right here, because McLeedy got his stick in that skater's legs just as he was getting ready to shoot. So I do believe that go in. So that puck went in. I thought he took that player down. Oh yeah, okay, goal. Sorry out there in TV land. It was a goal. I was wondering I weren't sure if they were celebrating a goal or if they were celebrating that he was going to get a penalty shot for the timing of that takedown. But this black netting here between me and the ice sometimes clouds my vision. So it's 6-3 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the second period. Fisher keeps that in at the point. He's going to, oh, I thought he was going to shoot. He tries to slide it to Tallis. That was a good play. Try and work that puck. Jordan steps in from the blue line, sends it over to Fitzpatrick. Hits the goaltender's blocker. Picked back up by Politi. Politi's going to send it over for Jordan. Jordan's going to take it in on the boards, dance around a player. He's going to shoot. I thought he was going to try another pass to Fitzpatrick. See if that play would work out again. Back to Fisher. Fisher takes a shot, and that goes up into the rafters off of that Arvada player's stick. So that puck, that face-off will stay in deep on the Arvada zone. Fisher with a great shot from out high. A lot of heat on it to hit the Arvada player's stick and send it up into the ceiling of the arena. So Cole Tallis take this drop between A.J. Harris and Thomas Palmieri. Palmieri generally playing defense with the short bench. It looks like they went with a rotation of 5 defensemen to have 2 sets of wings and 3 sets of wings and 2 centers playing in this tilt. It's an arrangement I would go with. Fisher able to keep that in, get it back into the Arvada zone. Applies pressure, great battle. He delivers over there on the boards. Puck comes around, picked up by Palmieri. He's going to slide it back to Ethan Jordan. Ethan Jordan takes a quick shot at the net a little wide. Puck comes around, gets past A.J. Harris's stick. Still in too deep for Cole Campbell. Lucas Scott moves it ahead to A.J. Harris. A.J.'s going to skate it across the line. That's Scott centering A.J. Harris and Gunnarsson with Jackson King and Cole Campbell. Lucas Scott able to pick it up and wheel. He sends it up to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson takes it across the line. Good to see that pass. You know, he's passed the puck moving faster than the skates a move. Shot tipped off an Arvada stick, which could have redirected it. But the goaltender reads it all the way in and makes a great save on that shot from the point. That was a risky tip by the Arvada forward. That was pressuring the defenseman. So Lucas Scott takes the drop between Cucarola and Gunnarsson. Jackson King able to pick that puck away. He's going to skate it in. He's got help from Scott. It gets picked up by Arvada player when he was breaking in there. Arvada player backhands it towards the net, knocked away by Cole Campbell. He's going to send it around to King. King's going to chip it up to Cucarola. Cucarola's double teamed over there on the boards, and King there to help. King sees Gunnarsson, slides it up to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson's got help from Scott. They've got a 2-on-1 formulated here. Goes off the side of Gunnarsson's blade to the wrong side where he couldn't sweep it back in. Fitzpatrick. Oh, no, that wasn't Fitzpatrick. That was Cole Campbell. It snuck in. He made a great feed over to Scott, misses the net. Cole Campbell trying to get it to Scott again. Intercepted by a Arvada player over to Cucarola, who takes a big shot from out high. Cucarola battling behind the net. Quentin Lebet tries to keep it in as the horn sounds to end the second period, where the score stands at Valor 6, Arvada 3. We've got 14 minutes remaining in this game. The Valor didn't have as many shots in the second period as they did the first. They had 15. Arvada staying consistent with 5, so the shot totals 40 Valor, 10 Arvada. So we had a little better shot to scoring ratio in that second period. Patrick Board from the Arvada Hockey Association playing a great game, facing 40 shots, allowing in 6 goals. Pretty good save percentage. play-by-play commentator here. Came a little lightly dressed for this arena. I didn't realize it was bleachers and production operations basically right on the edge of the ice. So it's as cold calling this game as it is working the penalty box or the clock. Almost brought a down jacket. So now I won't need that on a day when it's 62 degrees outside the ice rink. People running in shorts and t-shirts, enjoying the Colorado sunshine on a midwinter's day. Again, thanks and hats off to Shaw Hockey Productions, bringing you this live stream on Shaw Hockey Productions YouTube channel. The live broadcast, the camera replay, the behind the goals replay, all top notch. Allows everyone the chance to enjoy once, twice, 3, 4 times. Seeing their kids, their grandkids, their friends' kids, themselves play this game. So Cole Tallis takes the face-off between Politi and Fitzpatrick. Got pressured into the Arvada zone. He comes out. Can be picked up by Quentin Labette, skates around behind the net. Moves it up to Politi. Politi gets it over to Cole Tallis. And it goes in deep, picked up by Cole Campbell. Gets it up to Brody Fitzpatrick, chips it towards the red line. Puck kept in by Politi. He sends it down deep to Tallis. Tallis going to send it out. Looking for either Fitzpatrick or Campbell, and both miss it. Or Campbell will pick the puck up, skated around. Gets it to Labette behind the net. He does get it up to Politi. Politi with a nice feed ahead to Lucas Scott. Lucas Scott chips it over to Fitzpatrick, hits the goaltender. Oh, the puck is just laying out there. And the first person to it is an Arvada player. Puck comes out behind rear boards there, and Ryan chips it out. Gets it to one of his own players. Good pressure by Arvada there to drive it back into the Valor zone. Campbell has a swing and a miss. Does get it up to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick gets it over to Politi. Politi sees Scott, moves it up to Scott. Scott's going to come in with a 1-on-2, takes a shot. Sees the goaltender favoring the left side and goes for the right side of the net. Goes wide. Arvada brings the puck back out. Gets it down deep in the Valor zone. Picked up by Campbell. That'll be Elijah Fisher, sorry. Fisher tries to get it out. It's kept in by Arvada. And Lucas Scott feeds it ahead to Thomas Palmieri and goes for the bench. Palmieri's going to come with a head of steam. He gets taken off the puck and almost made for a great pass over to A.J. Harris. Harris does handle it. Battles with Palmieri down in the corner against the Nevada players. They keep it in. Tallis tries to slide. Oh, that was Ethan Jordan slides it out to the slot. Couple Valor players in position. Cole Tallis is going to walk around a player, shoots and scores. Great pass from Thomas Palmieri to get it over to Tallis, who sees that far side open and slides it in. Palmieri chips that out. Cole dances around the defenseman and just shoots for that far back corner of the net. Nice work there, Palmieri, to get that out there to Cole. Cole gets around the defenseman. Oh, came in on that short side. Interesting. Thank God for the replays so my old eyes can see what the heck happened there. Puck laying in the neutral zone. Recovered finally by Cole Tallis, who works it ahead to Ethan Jordan. Ethan Jordan tries to dance around the defenseman. Ends up getting a shot off after all on that. Nobody on this far side. Cole Tallis does get back across. Stays in. Cucarola tries to keep it in at the line, but it overskates it. Now it's picked up by Ethan Jordan again. Ethan's like playing defense and offense both. He comes in, tries to go far side, and puts it right in the gut of the goaltender. So 3 minutes and 7 seconds into this third period. Cole Tallis gets the goal from Thomas Palmieri and Elijah Fisher, making it a 7-3 goal game, and at a 4-goal differential in the third period, the clock does go run time. So this period to go a little bit faster. We did just have a trip occur. Politi back checking the Arvada player going into the zone. That was actually Jackson King. Got a stick on him and caused a trip. So Valor once again going on the penalty kill for only the second time this game. So coach goes with Brody Fitzpatrick and Lucas Scott on the front, with Ethan Jordan and Cole Campbell on the defensive pairing. And Fitzpatrick able to pressure that out. Lucas Scott steps in, and the puck goes up and out of play. Fitzpatrick almost gets that through the defenseman there to get ahead of steam towards the Arvada end, but it hit the player's stick, and Scott stepped in to pick it up, and it chipped up and out of play. So we'll try it setting up out here at the neutral zone. Goes in, and Campbell sends it the length of the ice. Fitzpatrick getting the pressure one there. Scott steps up, chips it, but it comes into the zone behind the player for an offsides. So sometimes that's all it takes, just that little puck delay. Even though the puck went in after Scott's poke check, it caused that player to go in offsides. Anything you can do to get your stick on the puck, try and move it towards the other end, slow it down. Good pressure by Cole Tallis, gets hit by the clearing attempt of the Arvada player to keep it down in deep in the Arvada zone. That pass behind the Arvada player hits a skate, allows Ethan Jordan to pick it up. When he tries to dance around the player, it kind of goes the other way, and Arvada picks it up and goes. Ryan Havikas to just shovel it off into the corner. And Cole Campbell will try a wrapping clearing attempt, but the Arvada player does keep it in. Great block by Cole Tallis right there to come in against that player and take it off the shin guards. Bounce that puck back the other way, giving Valor an attempt to get on it again and send it the full length of the ice. Ethan Jordan's going to send it in deep. Does a nice job at hitting it square off the end board, so that it just landed behind the net. Advantage no one. That pass attempt picked off by Politi, can't find it. Wrapped around and sent in. It probably could have been offsides, but I think it was not that player's fault that he was in the zone. He couldn't get out. Politi standing on him. Valor back to full strength. That was a fast 2-minute penalty kill with the run clock going. Got 7 minutes, 40 seconds left. 7-3 is the score. Elijah Fisher steps in, and that's a goal. And I do believe that one was got his own rebound and backhanded it in. Shots taken there by Fish. Hits the goaltender, and he comes across and backhands it up and over the goaltender for a goal. Nice hard work by Elijah Fisher to get that there. Scott ties up the centerman for A.J. Harris to step in and pick up that face-off. So it's the way you want to do it. Goal centerman's job. Tie up the centerman, allow somebody to step in, pick it up. Exactly what A.J. Harris did. Scott knocks it back to Elijah Fisher. Just throws it in the open space in the corner. Arvada trying to get it out. Stopped by Quentin LeBet. They do manage to finally get it out. Palmieri does a nice job to step in and bang the puck away. Fisher falls down. Player's looking for a penalty on that. I think he just lost his footing. So he goes in for a hit on a player, and they're going to call that one probably for blue. Hopefully it's just a roughing call. Yeah, thank you. You hate to see when players just given a hit like that they don't call a boarding or something like that. That gets them a 10. So Fisher goes to the box for 2 minutes with 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third period. So Valor on the penalty kill again. Cole Tallis to take the drop with Brody Fitzpatrick. Cole Campbell and Jackson King in there on the defensive pairing. Arvada working the puck around, keeping it out high. Trying to find a shooting lane. This guy's going to walk in. I thought he would walk in and shoot. They do make a great pass into the slot. Lots of traffic there. Shot blocked by Cole Tallis. Once again, if we were keeping block stats, Cole Tallis would have probably 4 or 5 of them today. He's doing a great job of getting in front of the shooter, keeping his legs together. Everybody getting frustrated. Arvada banging people. Valor players wanting to bang him back. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. A minute and 10 seconds remaining in the power play for Arvada. And Brody Fitzpatrick makes a nice little poke there to stop that breakout. Arvada bangs the puck in deep around behind the net, held by Ryan, so that a Valor player can pick it up and send it the full length of the ice. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty kill here. 4:45 remaining in the game. Arvada trying to break it out, kept in by A.J. Harris. He's going to make a couple of dances around some players. He's going to get in, and he is going to take his time and look for a hole to take a shot through. Nobody came in to play any defense. Poor goalie is standing there facing A.J. face to face. Shot from out high, and Ryan has found his rhythm on his shots from that spot. And Glove saves that one and hangs on to it. That shot came from the same spot 2 of those 3 Arvada goals were taken from. So he's got his timing and vision down now. So Lucas Scott takes the face off. One back to Quentin Labette, who will send it the full length of the ice as the penalty just expires. So no icing, just in time. Scott pressures the breakout attempt, and Arvada does get it out. They bring it into zone. It's going to be turned back the other way by Ethan Jordan. Scott gives the pressure, picks the puck up. He's looking for help in the middle. He sends it over to Harris. Harris with a high pass to Palmieri, who manages to keep it in. So great work. Scott to Harris, Harris to Palmieri. Palmieri puts it in the back of the net. Harris's pass was about waist high. Palmieri did a great job of knocking it out of the air, getting it back on his stick, putting it in. I didn't know after that pass was that high if anything would happen with that puck, but Thomas did a great job there on that one. So Scott taking the face off between Harris and Palmieri, wins it over to Harris. Harris picks it up, takes it in. We've got a 3-on-3. Harris takes a shot, hits the goaltender. It comes down. He's going to chip it over to Palmieri. It doesn't get there. Palmieri does get it though. And Cole Campbell managed to keep it. We're off sides. Palmieri about at the top of the circle, and Campbell bangs it back in. A.J. Harris steps up, doesn't get the puck. Arvada does make the breakout, but they lose it in the Valor zone. Valor picks it up. Palmieri here to Lucas Scott. Lucas Scott going to take it right around the player. Comes into the middle, loses the handle on the puck, and picked up by Arvada. They send it to the near side here where there were open ice, and Arvada players move to the center. Good passing going on by Arvada right there on this play. Gets turned over, picked up by Scott to Campbell. Scott loses his stick. Campbell moves it up to Camden Gunnarsson, who takes his shot, and that's tipped up and out of play. Yeah, face off to the Arvada goaltender's right side. I got to give it to this Arvada goaltender. He has faced a ton of shots, and Valor out shooting 47-11. The score 9-3. A lot of those goals were just no help to the goaltender. But he's moved well and played most of them well. Puck kept in by Cam Gunnarsson, taken in deep. Player trying to rub him off. Cam's a 180-pound strong young man that takes a lot to get him off the puck. Banged in deep by Ethan Jordan. Wrapped around over to Elijah Fisher. Elijah Fisher going to battle against the boards against 2 Arvada players. He's another big, strong player. Puck comes out front, and Cole Tallis making one last attempt at trying to get a goal. We have 1 minute remaining in the period. Score 9-3. Boys battling to the end. Puck kept in by Ethan Jordan. He's trying to walk in. Ethan hungry for a goal. He's been working both directions today. He wants one. Arvada going to ice that puck. And they're going to call it icing and bring it back, which will take this clock down to about 20 seconds by the time the face-off occurs, if we're lucky. We've got Lucas Scott taking the drop between Fitzpatrick and Connor Politi. Quentin Labette at the point, ready for a right-handed draw. Win back by Scott. And nope, no goal. But when you're under pressure like that, that's what you want to see happen, is that right-handed face-off cut, bring it back out of the dot and get it out to a point for a shot. And they just let the clock run after that one. As you hear the horn, I'm sure that goaltender is feeling a little down from Arvada. Players over giving him the knuckles. The Valor players celebrating Ryan Havakos' win. And that will be a wrap on this Shaw Hockey production today, with the Valor Christian Eagles defeating the Arvada Hockey Association 9-3. We'll be back same rink, where Valor will face a Cheyenne, Wyoming high school team, I believe it is, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Be sure to check out the Shaw Hockey Productions for all things hockey. This afternoon, they will be broadcasting a game out of Vail, Dobson Ice Arena of the Vail Yetis. That ought to be an exciting old man's senior hockey matchup there. So what time is the production, Mike? 7:45 puck drop Mountain Standard Time. Your Vail Yetis right here on the Shaw Hockey Productions YouTube channel. Thanks and enjoy your day. Bradley Scott out.